what Thomas Markle Jr. said was not true, and I have no intention of casting aspersions upon the veracity of his statement.
So what Thomas Markle Jr. said was that Trevor Engelson, Meghan Markle's previous husband, Trevor had said that Meghan Markle had had a hysterectomy and that caused trouble in their marriage. So implying that the hysterectomy was well before Harry and Meghan got married.
Or actually coming down on it in any way, shape or form beyond observing what I'm about to observe. If his statement is untrue, it is highly defamatory. It has accused his sister of perpetrating a fraud upon not only the British people and the British nation and the British royal family, but making complete asses of every single observer who is supposed to have believed that she was pregnant when she wasn't. So if what he is saying is true, that's one thing. But if what he's saying is a lie, it is a seriously defamatory lie. And I think Meghan should do something about it. Now, what would she do about it? She has various options. She could sue Trevor for lying about her hysterectomy, which evidently the cause was supposed to be endometriosis. She could sue Trevor. Well, if she sued Thomas Markle Jr., his defense is very simple. Trevor told me. She'd have to sue Trevor. Trevor, whose rings she returned as if, as he put it, he was a piece of something on the bottom of his shoe.
Well, so Lady C says that Meghan should sue, if she wants to sue anybody over this, the statement that Meghan had a hysterectomy when she was married to, or before she was married to Trevor. Lady C says that Meghan should sue Trevor, because Trevor is the one who put this, who told Thomas Markle Jr. She then goes on to say that the other way that people can clear up the mystery is for the palace to make an ironclad announcement as to the fact that Meghan was the biological mother and she bore the child and Harry was the biological father. But what about this comment of hers that Meghan could sue Trevor because Trevor was the origin of the story? Well, that is not correct legally. And as you all know now, I am a lawyer, and it's just frustrating to have somebody as high profile as Lady C perpetuating this kind of false narrative. The mere fact that the story may or may not have originated with Trevor is irrelevant. If Meghan sued her brother for putting out there that she had a hysterectomy, or if she were to sue anybody for putting it out there, she would sue the person who actually went on live YouTube and said it, not Trevor, who, as far as I'm aware, has not said that kind of thing. I've not been able to find any articles. And yes, some people say, oh, the internet's been scrubbed of the articles. Well, we can only deal with the actual events that happened here. And what Lady C is talking about is Thomas Markle having a defense to defamation because he can just say, oh, Trevor told me. That's not a defense to defamation. And so the first card here is a sarcophagus. Somebody is in the sarcophagus. Initiation. So if this is your initiation into the law of defamation, what you need to understand is that the person who publishes or the statement, makes the statement, says the statement, they're the ones that might be legally going to be buried. Obviously, this is all just allegations, allegedly, just reading the energy of the cards, not stating anything for truth or fact, just reading the energy and telling stories from the cards, not stating anything as truth or fact. But yeah, that was a gross misstatement of the law by Lady C. If you go and say something that is defamatory, so I don't know what defamatory statement you might make, you make it against me, and then you say, oh no, Lady C told me that, so Lady C needs to be sued. No, if Lady C told you that privately, then she did not make the public declaration that is defamatory. So, creative power. Yep, so really, Lady C, with this comment that Trevor would be the one in trouble if Meghan were to sue for defamation, she's taking a bit of creative license. I know that she's friends with Thomas Markle, and she probably doesn't want to get him into trouble by saying that he may or may not have said something that was untrue. Sacred union. Ooh, that's very interesting. This is kind of alluding to the fact of perhaps there was, well, a sacred union could be the conception of a child, but it's all mysterious. It's all undercover. What does it really tell us about what happened with that royal baby, or those two royal babies? And as Lady C said, it could all be cleared up simply by the palace issuing an ironclad statement as to the origin of those children. And the fact that they've left it so long now, it's just ridiculous. Earth spirit, and this to me reminds me of ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I don't know why or what relevance that has, but yeah, that's a little creepy. So would Meghan ever sue anybody over any of these alleged hysterectomy allegations? Would she sue anybody? Let's see. Let's ask the cards. Would Meghan sue anybody? I wonder what will happen next. There she is. For entertainment purposes only, just reading the energy of the cards. There she is. This reminds me of her being in a garden of a palace with her book. Oh, look who's there in the in the shadows. That ginger pet that she can't seem to get away from. What is she doing? Is she reading a book, or is she writing her memoir? Very interesting. I'm not getting I'm getting the energy of apathy there, that she can't be bothered to defend herself against this story. Falling deeper and deeper and deeper into a hole that she dug for herself. The problem is that if she sues somebody for defamation for saying she had a hysterectomy, she would then have to prove that what the person said was not true. So if she has had a hysterectomy, she wouldn't be able to sue them because the statement needs to be false. And if the statement's not false, then yeah. And that also depends on the jurisdiction. In Queensland, where I am, even if the statement is true, truth is not a 100% defense to defamation. So if the statement is true that got published, if the purpose for publishing it was to bring down somebody else's reputation, the mere fact that it's true will not save you from being held guilty of defamation. So, but in many places, if the statement is true, then you can't sue for defamation because it's not defamatory, because people are speaking the truth. So, lead the way. Yeah, she's feeling a bit washed up. See that she's there on the shore, washed up, looks like a bit of a shipwreck. She didn't expect people to question her. I'm just getting this incredulous, incredulous energy from her as to why are people questioning me. So why is Lady C saying that Trevor Engelson is the one that needs to be sued, when even she in the same video says that Trevor is a man of good character? Why is she saying that? She knew that Thomas Markle took a risk by saying that Trevor Engelson told him that his sister had a hysterectomy, and maybe she's trying to help Thomas Jr. Alleviate some of that risk, minimize some of that risk by pointing the finger at Trevor and not at Thomas Jr., because I know Thomas Jr. and Samantha are friends of Lady C. So this is where it becomes difficult, where she's reporting the news, but she's also friends with some of the players. And then does that then affect how open she can be about what people have done, because she doesn't want to let her friend down? When there's a line between speaking the truth and supporting her friend, which way will she go? That's just a question. That's not an allegation. It's just a question. And this is the problem when you become part of the story. Cycles. She knows what goes around comes around. She knows that this thing of Thomas Markle alleging that Meghan had a hysterectomy, that's not the most damning statement that's ever been made, and that would probably be one that Meghan wouldn't pursue. Warrior. But it might be one that Harry would pursue. So maybe she's trying to goad Harry into some kind of litigation, because if there was ever that type of litigation in the States, I tell you what, we would all be very interested to see what the background documentation is that comes out. Oath. Yeah, he's loyal to Meghan, and Harry might be the one that pushes for some kind of litigation on the issue, not only of the whether or not there was a hysterectomy, and maybe he doesn't even know the truth. But yeah, he is very quick to jump in and protect his wife. And there she is, the priestess of it, the heir, Meghan Markle herself, who likes to dominate and control the narrative. What do you think? Do you think they would ever sue anybody over the hysterectomy story? Why haven't they done so before? Who would they sue if they did sue? What would they be wanting to get out of it? And is it dangerous for them to do so? What do you guys think in the comments? Let me know. Please like if you do, and subscribe if you haven't. Check to see that you are subscribed. And may the angels walk with you wherever you go today.